Hello students, you are going to write your periodic test 2, right? Hope you are all preparing well for periodic test 2. Now we will revise for our periodic test 2. Overall, you will be writing your periodic test 2 for 50 marks. This is your question paper pattern. Roman letter 1, choose the correct answer. You will get 7 questions. In that, each question carries 1 mark. So totally 7 marks for choose the correct answer. First, you have to read the question carefully. Then, you have to write the question number 1 and then write the correct option. If B is correct, then write option B and write the correct answer. Likewise, you have to answer all the 7 questions. Roman letter 2, fill in the blanks. Here also you will get 7 questions. In that, each question carries 1 mark. So totally 7 marks for fill in the blanks. Roman letter 3, match column A with column B. In section A, you will have 6 questions. In that, each question carries half mark. So totally 3 marks for section A. Likewise, in section B also, you will have 6 questions. In that, each question carries half mark. So totally 3 marks for section B. Roman letter 4, answer the following questions briefly. Here, you will get 5 questions. In that, each question carries 2 marks. So totally 10 marks for short answer questions. Roman letter 5, distinguish between the following. Here, you will get 2 questions. In that, each question carries 2.5 marks. So, totally 5 marks for distinguish between the following. Roman letter 6, answer the following questions in detail. Here you will get 2 questions. In that, each question carries 5 marks. So totally 10 marks for detailed answers. Roman letter 7, map skill. Here you will get 5 areas. Students, first you have to locate and mark the areas correctly. For each correct answer, you will get 1 mark. So totally 5 marks for map skill. Now we are going to revise the first unit in history, which is Advent of the Europeans. Now let's see the gist of the lesson. Many foreigners, traders, missionaries and civil servants who came to India in the 18th and 19th centuries have left account of their experiences and their valuable informations. Next we have sources of modern India. Kinds of sources. There are 2 kinds of sources. The first one is written sources and the second one is material sources. In written sources we have literature, autobiographies, etc. In material sources we have paintings, statues, etc. Advent of the Europeans. Portugal. Under Portugal we have Prince Henry of Portugal, Bartholomew Dias, Vasco da Gama, Francisco de Almeida, Alfonso de Albuquerque, then Nino de Cunha. Then we have the Dutch in Tamil Nadu, the British, Danish, and finally we have the French. Pondicherry became the most important and prosperous French settlement in India. Now we are going to revise the book back questions with answers. Roman letter 1, choose the correct answer. Question number 1, who led the foundation of Portuguese power in India? Option A, Vasco da Gama. Option B, Bartholomew Dias. Option C, Alfonso de Albuquerque. Option D, Almeida. So the answer is option C, Alfonso de Albuquerque. Question number 2. Which of the following European nation was the foremost attempt to discover a sea route to India? Option A, Dutch. Option B, Portugal. Option C, France. Option D, Britain. So the answer is option B, Portugal. Question number 3. In 1453, Constantinople was captured by dash. Option A, the French. Option B, the Turks. Option C, the Dutch. Option D, the British. So the answer is option B, the Turks. Question number 4. Sir William Hawkins belonged to dash. Option A, Portugal. Option B, Spain. Option C, England. Option D, France. So the answer is option C, England. Question number 5. The first fort constructed by the British in India was dash. Option A, Fort Saint William. Option B, Fort Saint George. Option C, Agra Fort. Option D, Fort Saint David. So the answer is option B, Fort Saint George. Question number 6. Who among the following Europeans were the last to come India as traders? Option A, the British. Option B, the French. Option C, the Danish. Option D, the Portuguese. So the answer is option B, the French. Question number 7. Tranquebar on the Tamil Nadu coast was a trade center of the dash. Option A, the Portuguese. Option B, the British. Option C, the French. Option D, the Danish. So the answer is option D, the Danish. Roman letter 2. Fill in the blanks. Question number 1. National Archives of India (NAI) is located in dash. So the answer is New Delhi. Question number 2. Bartholomew Dias, a Portuguese sailor, was patronized by dash. So the answer is King John II. Question number 3. The printing press in India was set up by dash at Goa in 1556. So the answer is Portuguese. Question number 4. The Mughal Emperor dash permitted the English to trade in India. Answer is Jahangir. Question number 5. The French East India Company was formed by dash. Answer is Colbert. Question number 6. Dash, the King of Denmark, issued a charter to create Danish East India Company. So the answer is Christian IV. Match the following. Question number 1. The Dutch. So the correct answer is 1616. Question number 2. The British. Correct answer is 1600. Question number 3. The Danish. So the correct answer is 1602. Question number 4. The French. Correct answer is 1664. Roman letter 3. Answer the following in 1 or 2 sentences. Question number 1. Give a short note on archives. Question number 2. Write about the importance of coins. Question number 3. Why Prince Henry is called Henry the Navigator? Question number 4. Name the important factories established by the Dutch in India. Question number 5. Mention the trading centers of the English in India. Roman letter 4. Answer the following in detail. Question number 1. Give an account of the sources of modern India. Question number 2. How did the Portuguese establish their trading centers in India? Question number 3. How did the British establish their trading centers in India? So I hope you are all having PDF notes. In that you can read short answers and detailed answers as well. Next, we are going to revise the second unit in history, which is from trade to territory. Now, let's see the gist of the lesson. Introduction part: establishment of political power by the English East India Company, Battle of Plassey, Battle of Buxar, Carnatic Wars, First Carnatic War. Next, we have Second Carnatic War. Under this, we have Battle of Ambur, Battle of Arcot, Treaty of Pondicherry. Then we have Third Carnatic War. Under this, we have Battle of Vandivash, Treaty of Paris. Next, we have Mysore and its resistance to British expansion. Then we have the First Anglo-Mysore War. Under this, we have Treaty of Madras. Next, the Second Anglo-Mysore War. Under this, we have Treaty of Mangalore. Then, the Third Anglo-Mysore War. Under this, we have Treaty of Srirangapatnam. Next, the Fourth Anglo-Mysore War. Then, Mysore after the war. Next, we have discussed about Anglo-Maratha Wars, the First Anglo-Maratha War. Then, we have seen the internal affairs of the Marathas. Next, the Second Anglo-Maratha War. Then, the Third Anglo-Maratha War. Then, the British administrative organization in India. Under this, we have seen civil services. Now, we are going to revise the book back questions with answers. Roman letter 1. Choose the correct answer. Question number 1. The ruler of Bengal in 1757 was dash. Option A, Surjau-Dowla. Option B, Siraj-ud-Dowla. Option C, Mir Qasim. Option D, Tipu Sultan. So the correct answer is option B, Siraj-ud-Dowla. Question number 2. The Battle of Plassey was fought in dash. Option A, 1757. Option B, 1764. Option C, 1765. Option D, 1775. So the correct answer is option A, 1757. Question number 3. Which among the following treaty was signed after Battle of Buxar? Option A, Treaty of Allahabad. Option B, Treaty of Carnatic. Option C, Treaty of Alinagar. Option D, Treaty of Paris. So the correct answer is option A, Treaty of Allahabad. Question number 4. The Treaty of Pondicherry brought the dash Carnatic War to an end. Option A, first. Option B, second. Option C, third. Option D, none. So the correct answer is option B, second. Question number 5. When did Hyder Ali crown on the throne of Mysore? Option A, 1756. Option B, 1761. Option C, 1763. Option D, 1764. So the correct answer is option B, 1761. Question number 6. Treaty of Mangalore was signed between dash. Option A, the French and Tipu Sultan. Option B, Hyder Ali and Zamarin of Calicut. Option C, the British and Tipu Sultan. Option D, Tipu Sultan and Marathas. So the correct answer is option C, the British and Tipu Sultan. Question number 7. Who was the British Governor General during Third Anglo-Mysore War? Option A. Robert Clive. Option B. Warren Hastings. Option C. Lord Cornwallis. Option D. Lord Wellesley. So the correct answer is option C. Lord Cornwallis. Question number 8. Who signed the Treaty of Bassein with the British? Option A. Baji Rao II. Option B. Daulat Rao Scindia. Option C. Sambhaji Bhonsle. Option D. Sayaji Rao Gawat. So the correct answer is option A. Baji Rao II. Question number 9. Who was the last Peshwa of Maratha Empire? Option A. Balaji Vishwanath. Option B. Baji Rao II. Option C. Balaji Bajirao. Option D. Baji Rao. So the correct answer is option D. Baji Rao. Question number 10. Who was the first Indian state to join the subsidiary alliance? Option A. Oudh. Option B. Hyderabad. Option C. Udaipur. Option D. Gwalior. So the correct answer is option B. Hyderabad. Roman letter 2. Fill in the blanks. Question number 1. The Treaty of Alinagar was signed in dash. So the answer is 1757. Question number 2. The commander-in-chief of Sirajuddaula was dash. So the correct answer is Mir Jafar. Question number 3. The main cause for the Second Carnatic War was dash. So the answer is the issue of succession. Question number 4. Dash adopted the policy of doctrine of lapse to extend the British Empire in India. So the correct answer is Lord Dalhousie. Question number 5. Tipu Sultan was finally defeated at the hands of dash. So the answer is Arthur Wellesley. Question number 6. After the death of Tipu Sultan, Mysore was handed over to dash. So the answer is Krishnaraja Odayar. Question number 7. In 1800, dash established a college at Fort William in Calcutta. So the answer is Lord Wellesley. Question number 3. Which among the following treaty was signed after Battle of Buxar? Option A. Treaty of Allahabad. Option B. Treaty of Carnatic. Option C. Treaty of Alinagar. Option D. Treaty of Paris. So the correct answer is option A. Treaty of Allahabad. Question number 4. The Treaty of Pondicherry brought the dash Carnatic War to an end. Option A. First. Option B. Second. Option C. Third. Option D. None. So the correct answer is option B. Second. Question number 5. When did Hyder Ali crown on the throne of Mysore? Option A. 1756. Option B. 1761. Option C. 1763. Option D. 1764. So the correct answer is option B. 1761. Roman letter 3. Match the following. Question number 1. Treaty of Aix-la-Chapelle. So the correct answer is First Carnatic War. Question number 2. Treaty of Salbai. So the correct answer is First Maratha War. Question number 3. Treaty of Paris. So the correct answer is Third Mysore War. Question number 4. Treaty of Srirangapatnam. So the correct answer is Third Anglo-Mysore War. Question number 5. Treaty of Madras. So the correct answer is First Anglo-Mysore War. Roman letter 6. Answer the following in one or two sentences. Question number 1. Write a short note on black hole tragedy. Question number 2. What were the benefits derived by the English after the Battle of Plassey? Question number 3. Mention the causes for the Battle of Buxar. Question number 4. What were the causes for the First Mysore War? Question number 5. Bring out the results of the Third Maratha War. Roman letter 7. Answer the following in detail. Question number 1. Write an essay on Second Carnatic War. Question number 2. Give an account of the Fourth Anglo-Mysore War. So I hope you are all having PDF notes. In that you can read short answers and detailed answers as well. Next, we are going to revise map skill. So students, now look at the river map of India. Here we can see Buxar, Plassey, Purandar, Arcot and Vandi Wash. Next, we are going to revise the second unit in civics, which is citizens and citizenship. Now, let's see the gist of the lesson. Introduction part, citizen and citizenship, acquisition of citizenship, loss of Indian citizenship, single citizenship. Next, we have discussed about rights and duties of citizen, overseas citizenship of India, then qualities of a good citizen, then global citizenship. Finally, we have seen conclusion part. Now, we are going to revise the book back questions with answers. Roman letter 1. Choose the correct answer. Question number 1. Which of the following is not a condition for becoming the citizen of India? Option A, birth. Option B, acquiring property. Option C, descent. Option D, naturalization. So the correct answer is option B, acquiring property. Question number 2. Dash of the Constitution of India deals with the citizenship. Option A, Part 2. Option B, Part 2, Article 5 to 11. Option C, Part 2, Article 5 to 6. Option D, Part 1, Article 5 to 11. So the correct answer is option B, Part 2, Article 5 to 11. Question number 3. Who is called the first citizen of India? Option A, the Prime Minister. Option B, the President. Option C, the Chief Minister. Option D, the Chief Justice of India. So the correct answer is option B, the President. Roman letter 2. Fill in the blanks. Question number 1. Dash of a state enjoy full civil and political rights. So the correct answer is citizens. Question number 2. Our Indian Constitution provides for only dash citizenship. So the correct answer is single. Question number 3. An Indian citizen who is residing outside India and holds an Indian passport are called dash. So the correct answer is non-resident Indian. Question number 4. All have right and dash responsibility citizens. So the correct answer is civic. Question number 5. Dash is an idea enabling young people to access and participate in shaping modern society. So the correct answer is global citizenship. Roman letter 5. Answer the following in one or two sentences. Question number 1. Name the types of citizens. Question number 2. What are the rights that a citizen can enjoy in our country? Question number 3. Mention any 3 qualities of a good citizen. Question number 4. Name the 5 ways of acquiring citizenship. Question number 5. What do you know about the Citizenship Act of 1955? Roman letter 6. Answer the following in detail. Question number 1. On what grounds that the citizenship of a person is cancelled? So I hope you are all having PDF notes. In that you can read short answers and detailed answers as well. Now we are going to revise the first unit in economics, which is money, savings and investments. Now let's see the gist of the lesson. What is economics? Why do we study economics? Understanding economics. Introduction part. Evolution of money. Next, major stages of evolution of money. Under this, we have commodity money, metallic money, paper money, credit money, near money and recent forms of money. Next, we have major stages of evolution of money. Under this, we have commodity money, metallic money, paper money, credit money, near money and recent forms of money. Then we have value of money, nature of money, functions of money, savings in banks and investments. Finally, we have black money. Now we are going to revise the book back questions with answers. Roman letter 1. Choose the correct answer. Question number 1. Which metals were used for metallic money? Option A, gold. Option B, silver. Option C, bronze. Option D, all the above. So the correct answer is option D, all the above. Question number 2. Who designed the symbol of Indian rupee? Option A, Uday Kumar. Option B, Amartya Sen. Option C, Abhijit Banerjee. Option D, none of these. So the correct answer is option A, Uday Kumar. Question number 3. The value of money is option A, internal value of money. Option B, external value of money. Option C, both A and B. Option D, none of these. So the correct answer is option C, both A and B. Question number 4. Which is the bank money? Option A, check. Option B, draft. Option C, credit and debit cards. Option D, all the above. So the correct answer is option A, check. Question number 5. Pick out the incorrect one. Investment can be made in different vehicle. Option A, stock. Option B, bonds. Option C, mutual fund. Option D, pay tax. So the correct answer is option D, pay tax. Question number 6. Among the following, who are responsible for black money? Option A, tax evaders. Option B, hoarders. Option C, smugglers. Option D, all of the above. So the correct answer is option D, all of the above. Roman letter 2. Fill in the blanks. Question number 1. Online banking is also known as dash. So the answer is net banking. Question number 2. Dash is what money does. So the answer is money. Question number 3. Electronic banking is also known as dash. So the answer is National Electronic Funds Transfer, NEFT. Question number 4. Credit cards and debit cards are dash money. So the answer is plastic money. Question number 5. In the dash year, Reserve Bank of India was established. So the answer is 1935. Roman letter 3. Match the following. Question number 1. Barter system. So the correct answer is exchanged goods for goods. Question number 2. Reserve Bank Act. So the correct answer is 1935. Question number 3. E-money. So the correct answer is electronic money. Question number 4. Savings. So the correct answer is consumers' disposable income. Question number 5. Black money. So the correct answer is tax evaders. Roman letter 7. Write short answer. Question number 1. What is the barter system? Question number 2. What are the recent forms of money? Question number 3. Short note on e-banking and e-money. Question number 3. Short note on e-banking and e-money. Question number 4. What are the essential of money in your life? Question number 5. What is the value of money? Question number 6. What is savings and investment? Question number 7. What is meant by black money? Question number 8. What are the effects of black money on economy? Roman letter 8. Write brief answer. Question number 1. What are the disadvantages of barter system? Question number 2. Write about the evolution of money. Question number 3. What are the functions of money and explain it? Question number 4. Explain the types of bank deposits. Question number 5. What are the difference between savings and investment? Question number 6. What are the effects of black money on economy? So I hope you are all having PDF notes. In that you can read short answers and detailed answers as well. Next, we are going to revise the second unit in economics, which is public and private sectors. Now, let's see the gist of the lesson. We have discussed about introduction part, public and private sectors, definition of public sector, history of public sector, objectives of public sector. Next, we have discussed about public sector organizations, then organs of public sector. Next, classification of industries. Then we have seen 9 categories of public sectors. Then socio-economic development. Then we have seen indicators of socio-economic development. Under this we have gross domestic product, that is GDP, life expectancy, literacy, employment, provision of house, clean drinking water and sanitation. Next, we have discussed about importance of public sector. Under this, we have public sector and capital formation, economic development, balanced regional development, employment generation, export promotion and foreign exchange earnings, protection to sick industries, import substitution. Then we have discussed about difference between public sector and private sector, definition of private sector, and finally we have seen functions of private sector. Now we are going to revise the book back questions with answers. Roman letter 1. Choose the best answer. Question number 1. The public sector in India owes its origin in the dash industrial policy resolution of the Government of India. Option A 1957, option B 1958, option C 1966, option D 1956. So the correct answer is option D 1956. Question number 2. Mixed economy is the mixture of merits of both dash. Option A capitalism, option B socialism, option C A and B are correct, option D A and B are incorrect. So the correct answer is option C, A and B are correct. Question number 3. Dash is governed by a company law and controlled by the government as principal major shareholders. Option A private sector, option B joint sector, option C public sector, option D none of these. So the correct answer is option B joint sector. Question number 4. Public sector is on dash motive. Option A profit motive, option B service motive, option C speculative motive, option D none of these. So the correct answer is option B service motive. Roman letter 2. Fill in the blanks. Question number 1. The dash and dash are allotted their respective roles in promoting the economic welfare of all sections of the community. So the correct answer is public sector and private sector. Question number 2. The private sector is on dash motive. So the correct answer is profit. Question number 3. Dash is the process of social and economic development in a society. So the correct answer is socio-economic development. Question number 4. The main function of private sector is to create dash and dash. So the correct answer is innovation and modernization. Question number 5. The government is committed to strengthening dash and cooperation among the citizens. So the correct answer is understanding. Roman letter 3. Match the following. Question number 1. Think tank. So the answer is Niti Aayog. Question number 2. Agriculture. So the answer is primary sector. Question number 3. Industries. So the correct answer is secondary sector. Question number 4. GDP. So the correct answer is gross domestic product. Roman letter 6. Answer in briefly. Question number 1. Write short note on public sectors. Question number 2. What does the society want? Question number 3. Write the objectives of public sector. Question number 4. What are the 3 organs of public sectors? Question number 5. Name some indicators that measure socio-economic development. Question number 6. Write short note on private sector. Question number 7. Name any 3 major private sector industries. Roman letter 7. Answer the following in detail. Question number 1. Explain the organs of public sector. Question number 2. Write briefly, explain the history of public sector. Question number 3. Explain any 5 measured indicators of socio-economic development. Question number 4. What are the importance of public sector? Question number 5. Write the differences between public and private sector. Question number 6. Write the functions of private sector. So I hope you are all having PDF notes. In that you can read short answers and detailed answers as well. Students, prepare well for your exams. So now we have reached the end of this session. Thank you.